oh, right, I'm supposed to be filming a video, right? But I just got sucked into my phone. How often has that happened to you? You know, you pick up your phone to do something really specific. Maybe you need to check your bank balance. And then 45 minutes later, you put down your phone and you realize, ooh, you don't know how much money is in your bank account. You didn't even get there. Instead, you've been scrolling Instagram Reels, or instead you've been on TikTok, or maybe it's, you know, the work adjacent version of this, LinkedIn, right? We all know it. We all feel it. We get sucked into our phones. We scroll, and it is really hard not to, right? Because our phones have been designed for us to engage, right? The people who build this technology, they know what they're doing. And I'm sure you've had this situation with yourself before where you've said, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to put on some restrictions on myself. I am not going to look at my phone during the workday. I am not going to look at my phone when I get into bed tonight. And then, you know, that siren call of your phone, it is just too strong. And willpower, motivation, they just aren't enough. But I am here to tell you that you do not have to rely on willpower or motivation to stop scrolling if you feel like you want to scroll a little bit less. And don't you worry, I recognize the irony of telling you that maybe you don't want to be scrolling so much while you are currently watching a YouTube video, but this one is going to be worth your while. All right, so there is one little setting in your phone that you might not be aware of, and that makes a huge difference when it comes to how interesting your phone is to you. And that setting is called Greyscale, right? Basically, it just turns your phone from full color to black and white, right? And when your phone is in black and white instead of full color, let me just tell you, it's not that interesting, right? Instagram, much less interesting in black and white. Duolingo, it's actually hard to do in black and white. Candy Crush, impossible to play in black and white. It's just not that exciting, right? What studies show is that when we grayscale our phones, we actually use them 20% less just by turning on that one little setting, right? I remember I was telling one of my coaching clients about this once, and she got excited about it, and then she was on an airplane and she, you know, had her phone out, and all these people said to her, like in her row, they were like, what is that? What kind of phone is that? I have a black and white phone. I've never seen that. And she was like, it's just a setting. Like, here's why you should do it, and let me show you. She said that by the end of that flight, everybody all around her had turned their phones to black and white, because you know what? We all struggle with this same scrolling issue, right? It's not that scrolling is bad. Like, we all like to do it. I mean, I love TikTok, right? I just don't want to do it all the time. I want to be in control of when I'm doing it, right? Now, you may think, I don't want to have my phone black and white all the time. And I hear you, right? Mine isn't, I mean, right now, let's see, it's in color, right? But there are times when I do want it to be in black and white because I want it to be less compelling to me. And so what I do, and what you could experiment with, is I actually put it on a schedule. So I don't really have a problem during the day with my phone, but I know I have a problem at night. And so I just make it so that my phone goes to black and white automatically at 11 p.m. I'm a late night person, so I'm still up for a few hours after 11 p.m. But this helps me just put a little curve on it, right? At 11 p.m., my phone turns black and white. If I happen to be scrolling in that moment, I think, oh yeah, that's my reminder that I didn't want to do this at this time, right? And I find that after, a video or two on black and white, it is just not that compelling. And so I tend to turn it off. It's a nice little reminder. Now, some people, they like to set it up this way during the workday. So maybe the hours of 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, it's black and white, so that when you go on your phone, it's just that subtle reminder of, right, I don't want to get distracted. And so this is what I want to share with you. Try it out. Grayscale your phone, maybe put it on a schedule if you don't want it to be that way all the time, and just watch how much easier it is for you to avoid falling into a doom scroll, or avoid falling into an internet rabbit hole, or, avoid having that situation that I described before where you pick up your phone to do something on purpose, and then all of a sudden you're doing a whole bunch of stuff not on purpose, right? You were just scrolling because it's that compelling. So grayscale your phone, try it out. If you have tried it and it works, let me know in the comments. If you've tried it and you don't care about it, let me know in the comments. If you are willing to try it and want to publicly announce that you're going to give it a shot, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you want to see this type of content in your feed, make sure to subscribe. All right, see you next week.